Thank you, and welcome to all of you as a board member of the PACs from different districts. Myself, Kali Prasad, I am from PACs Development Cell of established by NABARD. And before going to the session, I just want to know where are you from and what is your name and what is the district from which you are belong to. Yeah, please stand.
Sir? I am Mukesh from Royal District Central Cooperative Bank.
Okay.
Prasad, that's from Municipality.
I am Suresh from Andhra.
Santosh Patnaik from Puri.
I am Jyotirendra Sahu from Moyama, and I am having lots of experience. And
I am Subram Sukonda from Balasa Central Cooperative Bank, and I am working there 1 and 2 years. And thank you.
Madam, here please.
I'm Subhasri Sunita from Andhra.
Yeah.
Well, I'm majorly present from both, but I want to ask, like, why I'm here?
Yeah, we will go come to that. Before, let me to know to all of us so that we can have a discussion about it.
Go on.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Jayavali Patnaik from Koraput CC.
Anand Prasad Das from Samalpur district.
Devak from Koraput.
Good to see you. Myself, John Kumar Chebu from Samarpur district. I am working as a research person. Sanjeev Sahu from both districts.
Yeah.
Ashish from Kendusar.
Okay, thanks to all of you. Before coming to here, I was just expecting that the only board members from the PACs will be here, but after coming to here, I just know to that. There are some of the persons from the District Central Cooperative Bank and some of my colleagues are there from the PACs Development Cell. But anyway, thanks to all of you again, that all of you are here together to know about what is profit planning and how to do it and why it is required. Means, in case of PACs, if we will go to the any of the PACs and we will see their financial reports, then the board members, the banks, the PAC secretaries would not analyze that what is the financial situation. Even if we will ask to the persons that what is your profit status, they could not say it exactly. So that's why we are here to learn something about the profit and profit planning. Is it clear?
Madam?
Is it clear that why we are here?
Yes, sir, a little.
Okay. So before going to that about what is profit planning, let me to know what do you mean by profit planning or what do you mean by the profit? Is there any experience regarding profit or can you say what do you mean by profit? Excess of expenditure?
The surplus
Okay.
after expenditure.
Yours, sir?
Profit is required for the tax for running in continuously in a sustainable and viable manner.
Yours, sir?
Income minus expenses equal to profit. What is lies extra is profit.
Income minus expenditure equal to profit.
Income minus expenditure is profit.
If the incomes are lower and profits are higher, then what should be the situation?
Loss.
Income for a higher profit or
Lower.
Out.
If the incomes are higher and profits are lower, then what should be the situation?
Income is higher, profit are lower.
No. If the incomes are higher and profit is also higher,
Sir, management cost is higher.
just link it. What I am
Management cost is
telling,
higher.
management cost is higher. In what situation? If the profit is higher, if the income is higher and profit is also higher, then what is the situation? The expenses are
Very
less. So what is the thing we found here between the relationship between income, expenditure and the profit, except that
What is profit? Profit is the excess of income over the expenditure. If I am not wrong, then I just want to correct it. Okay. So the relationship is, if we are reducing our expenses, increasing our incomes, then automatically it gives us the profit. Is it clear to all?
Yes.
Next please.
One question.
Yeah.
How can we make the lower expenditure? Decrease-
Lower expenditure.
Yeah.
That is in the next part of this session. We will also cover that. That is the main challenge for us in profit planning. That is the main challenge for us, that how to increase the incomes and decrease the expenses. Okay. So will you wait after that?
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So the another thing is that we are telling about that how to increase the profit. Means it doesn't mean that only to reduce the expenses or only to increase the incomes. Simultaneously, we have to go for the both. We have to add maximum into the income, and as much as possible we have to reduce from the expenditure. Yes, sir. Do you want to add anything?
Whether we can cut down the expenditure, is it possible? Because
Yeah.
management expenses are there, we cannot cut down them.
Yeah, that is reducing or cutting down the expenses, cost cutting in the management expenses, and in many of the expenses that is possible. But we should have to know what are the essential expenses which we could not reduce, and what are the unnecessary expenses and like management expenses, and what are the components we can reduce so that our profit will be higher. We will also go through that. Okay. By the way, we have only 20 minutes of time, out of which I have already taken 5 to 6 minutes. Okay. So the next thing is, if we want to do a profit planning, we must have to know what are the sources of income and where from I can earn the profit, which is profitable to me.
Sir, I have
In
a
that,
question.
yeah,
What is that income plus income? There is a bigger
income plus that the whole structure is income plus income minus all the expenses equal to your profit.
Then why it is income
And
plus
just
income?
go to the previous slide. Just go to the previous slide. You can link this slide with the another slide. Here the portion of the profit, size of profit is quite lower. Okay, and the size of expenses is quite lower than the earlier. Just go to the next slide. Here the expenses, the size of expenses is quite higher, and the profit is also getting higher by adding a extra piece of income, extra unit of income I have added there,
If
so
I-
that the expenses has
If
also
I see
increased.
the ratio of these two slides,
Yeah.
the previous slide please.
Yes.
You see the expense and the profit. You say that these two figures are very close to each other, right?
Yes.
And the next slide, if we see the expense and the profit, and both the figures I still found that they
No,
are,
that is, you just
close.
see it minutely. The profit, the size of, in comparison to the size of expense and profit is quite higher.
and you are using two income
Yes,
bars.
that we are.
Why don't you make the income bar so large?
No, no, no. That is there. That is the main point I am coming to you. That is my main point. By focusing only on one income generation activity, suddenly we may face the lack of profits. So we have to, earlier we have seen that the diversification is there. That's why we have added two sources of income. And accordingly, if we are adding one more source of income, then that has a corresponding expense factor.
So you are adding one source of income, right?
Yes.
At the same time, there could be the possibility of extra source of expenses. Why
Expenses.
not that expense?
But here what we have done, that we have to use our resources up to the optimum level by having the same infrastructure, same manpower and same time level. What extra we can do and we can earn more income.
And my question is that what is that extra income? And what is that extra work?
For example, take that. Recently, we are also engaged as a PACs. All the PACs are engaged in the paddy procurement business as facilitated by the government. In Puri, some of the PACs have stated groundnut procurement. They don't need extra godowns, extra staffs, extra all other books of accounts, nothing extra. They are just sparing some of their vacant time in addition to the paddy, they are taking the groundnut. That's why with the same things, with the same expenditure, they are conducting another business of paddy groundnut procurement and they are earning more profit. Is it clear?
Yes, thank you.
Next please. So the main point is what is profit planning? As we have already discussed, we have to, profit planning is nothing as like other planning, strategic plannings. We have to increase our incomes by planning that what are the profitable business are available and we have to adopt that. What are the costs we are losing unnecessarily, we have to reduce that. Then what are the resources lies with us as an ideal position and we can use that effectively. Another thing is also there, managing the inputs and output of the cost. How much I will get so that how much I will put. Where there is a higher return, we have to prioritize that and we have to put the funds or our efforts into that in a priority basis. So in all the cases of these measurements, there are several other measurements also, but due to lack of the time, we could not cover to all that. That's why in all the cases of this measurement, we have to think one thing in mind, that we don't have to compromise with the quality and we don't have to go beyond the demand of the customers. Next please. So at the time of analyzing for the profit, these are the 9 perspectives or called as 9 P's of the profit. Why this profit is required? What I will do with this profit? How I can come with a profit? So these are the 9 P's, like profit is the purpose, profit making is a passion, profit making it is a petition or complaining, profit making is a pattern, all the bankers, all the investors sees the profit in your profile, that it is used for the promotion, that is the proposition, that is the position.
Sir, how petition leads to the profit?
In packs, you could not be more profit oriented, but nowhere it has been written that you have to be in loss. But illegal profit or by cheating, profit by cheating, it's a question mark on the packs. How you have earned, you have to clarify it. So it's the petition called complaint. But though it has to come under a P, that's why we have addressed that competition or case as a petition. Now we have to plan how to earn more profit and what are the ways. So these are things, if we are managing all these things in the decrease, something we have to increase and something we have to decrease, then we can go towards the profit. So if we will go in the reverse position, then it will lead to earn or incur more of the losses. Also keep it in your mind, in order to earn more of the profit, we don't have to bargain or we don't have to compromise with certain legal conditions and certain essential parameters. Like that, we have to also manage so many other things, like we have to stop the leakage of incomes, fraud or misappropriation of funds in the name of the expenses. And also we have to accumulate or we have to maintain the accurate accounting system to recognize the more of incomes. So these can lead the profit making. If we will do all these things in strategical manner, then it's called as profit planning, which is required in most of the cases of the packs. So now it's your turn to make the question.